Welcome to Mrs. Daly's class to creativity. As you know, this weekend is Memorial Day, and we celebrate Memorial Day to honor the people that have given up their lives so that we can live in freedom. And as you know, Copeg's mascot is an eagle. So I thought it would be great if we combined the two and created a patriotic eagle. So get ready to learn how to draw this beautiful eagle. Hello, boys and girls. Now it is time to learn how to draw our patriotic eagle. Mrs. Daly has a piece of paper here, and I'm using a pen, but I suggest that you use a pencil. So if you make a mistake, you can erase it. I'm going to start with the beak. So near the up here is I've decided is going to be the head of my eagle, and then his body is going to be coming down this way. So I'm going to start with the beak right here. The beak is a line, it comes out and it curves down. Kind of looks like a sideways letter J a little bit. And then at the end or the beginning of the line, I draw a diagonal line up and I draw a little diagonal line down. So now it looks like a curved arrow. I come to the end of the line and I'm going to curve it into my top line. If you notice, I didn't go all the way to the very end, but now I'm going to the very end and I'm going to curve and come back. And you've just drawn your beak. The curved J turned into an arrow. Come to the end. Add a little circle for your beak. And there you have it. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm coming up over a little from my beak, inside my beak, and I'm making an arch. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to go over. But look, it goes over a lot longer here. So now I have part of my eagle's head. And here I'm going to skip where the beak is, and I'm actually going to come and curve in and out a little, just to give him more of a majestic kind of look. Because he's a strong eagle, I'm going to make a wavy line. I come up and I go down a little for his eye. And then I draw the letter U underneath his eye. And then inside that, I draw a smaller letter U. And inside that, I make a small circle. Now, we're going to create a zigzag line here, but we're going to do that in a few minutes. I want to first work on the feathers. So, for the feathers, I figure my feathers are going to be around here. I'm going to come, and it's like I'm sort of drawing an oval, but the bottom is not attached there. What I'm going to do inside my wing, I'm going to, maybe even I'll turn my paper a little. I'm going to draw a letter U. I'm going to connect it with another letter U and another letter U and another letter U, or part of a U. And then I'm going to go to the two bottom, and I'm going to create a U in between the two bottoms. And again, I'm going to connect them and draw another one all the way across. And now I'm going to come to the bottom and I'm going to draw a little bump, and my bump's going to come up towards my letter U's. It's like a long skinny letter U. And then again, I'm going to the other and I'm going to draw another long skinny letter U. And then here I'm going to draw one that's a little shorter, and then I'm just going to connect these with another one. Now when you notice, some of them look a little thinner, some look a little thicker. That's quite all right. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to draw that zigzag line that I had talked about before. So I'm going to come down, go up, across, and if it was here, it would come up a little. And I have my zigzag line. The next thing I want to do before I actually start drawing the body is down here is going to be my eagle's leg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a curved letter V or a letter U that's spread a little wider. And then from there, I'm coming up to the zigzag line. I'm going to actually indent in, and I'm going to come and draw a curved line around, well, not around, it's going to go right to the leg. And then I lift up my pencil and I come down to the other side. And that's part of the body here. I want to create a tail, so I'm going to come up and I'm going to give a little bit of feathers their own, and I draw a shorter line because what I want to do now is I want to curve in towards the wing and make it a little longer line and curve in, a little longer line and curve in, a little. So when you look at this tail, this is longer, this is shorter, and those are in between. Coming back to my foot, I'm going to draw a vertical line coming out of the foot, and then on the other side I'm going to do a bumpy line coming down. And now I have to also draw his other foot. So I'm going to, on this edge of the body, I'm going to make another one of those little curves. Again, a straight line comes down for one leg, and then the bumpy line is for the other. Now our eagle is going to be standing on a branch. So because of that, we're going to be a little technical here, I guess we'll say. I'm going to curve down on one side, the front part of the foot, as well as the other part of the foot. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to curve down again. And then I'm going to come curve down, but now watch, I'm going to try and curve around because I want to make it look like his feet are going around the branch. So I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm going to curve down on one side. I'm going to curve down again and go around. Now you notice I left this open here and this open. So I'm going to come here and just curve down to the foot. And here again, I'm going to curve down to the foot. Where this line is, where this meets this little arch in here, that's what the branch is. So I'm going to draw a line that curves out for a branch. And then I'm going to draw the branch coming up off the page. And then again, I have the bottom half of my branch that I have to draw. So I'm going to draw this. So now it looks like we have an eagle sitting on a branch. And I can add some little details here if I want, like leaves. You can draw your leaves however you like, boys and girls. And the next part is going to be coloring in. Boys and girls, if you make a mistake, you can erase it and redraw it again. Right here, Mrs. Daly wants to add another feather. But anyway, I hope you have fun, and I hope you're creative, and I hope you make beautiful eagles. When you are coloring your eagle, I want you to remember a couple of things. First of all, it always looks really cool when you take a nice dark marker and you outline your pencil lines. The other thing I want to talk to you about is shading. If you look really close at Mrs. Daly's eagles, you're going to see that in here is actually some blue. Over in here on the foot is actually some red. I like to give little edges of color on my bird and then color over it with the color that it should be. Even when you notice my branch, I have yellow at the top of my branch and I have red at the bottom of my branch. I have blue outlining some of the feathers in the wings, and even on his beak I have a little red outlining, and then I colored it all in yellow. I tried to stick with the patriotic theme, so when I was adding my highlights and shading, I was using red, yellow, and blue, because red and blue are two of the patriotic colors, and we know that the bald eagle's head is white, so that will be my patriotic colors there. Boys and girls, have a wonderful time coloring and creating your eagle, and I really look forward to seeing what you have completed. Bye, and enjoy your Memorial Day weekend.